in the Collingwood Harbor, and we're gonna take the paddleboard for a spin, but we only have one paddleboard and one paddle. We're gonna try some tandem paddleboarding.
Yay!
Okay, maybe hop on.
Okay.
But we gotta be centered as possible.
Oh, good golly.
I don't know. We're gonna get wet.
Oh yeah, like immediately.
Hey, we're up. We're up.
Okay.
We're on.
All right.
Okay, let's get off the shore here.
Oh goodness.
Okay, wait, that didn't work. So sit and straddle the board.
Yeah.
And you still want to be as centered as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just like so. There we go.
Okay.
You can even come back a little bit more because I'll stand right on top of you almost. Well, we have one of us sitting and standing, so
Take
we're in
two.
deep enough.
We've fallen off already.
There are rocks here.
Ooh.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
All right.
I may have bashed my ankle on a rock.
Ouch.
Okay, I think you got to come back a little bit more. I think we can do this.
Take three. We're moving out into the deep.
We're getting better. Look how far we're getting now.
So good. I'm still glad I can like tap bottom when we go off. Oh, hey, okay. There we go. This feels good.
Deeper. We're gonna figure this out.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
We're gonna get wet is what's gonna happen here.
I'm already wet. Although look how far we're getting. We may have to swim into shore.
All right, I'm okay. I'm all right. The question today is, what did Jesus mean when he said the meek will inherit the earth?
I've always wondered what the word meek means.
Meek, right?
Do you know what it means?
Kind of. Meek is kind of like, I think, quiet, unassuming, calm, gentle, you know, that kind of thing. So the question comes from something Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5. We've talked about this a bit before, but that's the beginning of what's known as the Sermon on the Mount. Matthew 5, 6, and 7.
Oh, that's right.
Right? And it starts with, people from all over the countryside had gathered. It was a crowd of thousands, tens of thousands probably. And he began this sermon with these kind of 8 statements about that we've come to call the Beatitudes, or some of us like to call them the Blessed R's, because they began like this. He said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of God." He goes on to say, "Blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." And so on. So in this, he was opening this sermon with we would say is some counterintuitive stuff, right? Our world looks at the people who have it all together, the people who are of power, who have money, wealth, influence, happiness, right? We look at those things and say those are the people who are blessed. But Jesus said, no, actually the ones who are blessed are quite the opposite of that. So it was a very interesting way to begin this longest recorded sermon of Jesus. Yeah, so just to put it into context of the day when Jesus was speaking, of course this was in the time of the Roman Empire, so all through the Old Testament, right, is this story of God's chosen people, the Jewish nation of Israel, on this journey to the Promised Land. And so they had arrived in the Promised Land, yet they still didn't actually possess it because they were under Roman occupation and Roman rule, right? So in this passage, when Jesus says the meek will inherit the earth, the Greek word for earth there could just as easily be translated as land or nation, right? And so there was this idea Jesus was saying that that the meek will gain possession of the land, right? So it was kind of directly speaking to this. There was a movement in place at the time called the Zealots, and we see this word in the New Testament as well. In fact, one of Jesus's disciples, Simon the Zealot, right, was one of these guys. So the Zealots were this like Jewish militia kind of idea, right? So they were kind of like freedom fighters fighting against Roman occupation, trying to take back the land, right? And so Jesus was almost directly speaking at this, saying that actually, no, that's not God's way. This is not how you take the land, right? You take the land by being meek, right? We see this in today's world as well, right? We try and take possession through political bickering, right? And it's especially prevalent in today's culture, right? Online, we see all kinds of arguing and fighting and name calling and all of these things going on. Everybody trying to claim their land, right? And Jesus says, no, that is not God's way. The way to accomplish God's purposes here on earth is through meekness, right? Through serving, through conversation, through demonstrating your love for one another rather than trying to force others into your point of view.
12 seconds later.
I think we've got the hang of this sitting thing. I try and stand up. Oh man. I can't even.
Try it. Swing your feet
How
forward.
about I go like this? Oh. All right. Okay. All right. Then on to my knees.
Oh gosh, we're sinking.
Wait for it. I'm on my knees. Gotten that far. I don't feel too hopeful about the rest of this. Yes. Oh, and a rocky bottom. Okay.
All right.
Halfway there.
Halfway there. Go up on one knee.
Living on a
But
prayer.
Keep us
Okay.
steady as you can.
Okay.
We have people watching
One
us.
knee. One knee. Here we go. No! Oh. Oh. Oh!
Well, we're touching bottom, so it's not like we're in the middle of the lake.
Right.
So, but this is going to be challenging because this paddleboard is not meant for two people.
Okay.
Okay, that was easy
That's
enough.
one up.
Okay, there's one up. You come on now. Here,
Okay.
let me have the camera and I'll film you getting on.
Let's not fall in that spot right there.
Why? Is that where a little bit of salt water is?
I might have peed. Oh. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in one smooth motion.
I hope you just fly right off the other end.
Vote of confidence.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. Are those rocks or seaweed right there?
Probably both.
Okay.
Seaweed.
Well, I got two knees. Right.
Try and stand up. I got you. I got you. Oh gosh. Keep center. Keep center.
Aaron's still on. Still on the board.
I'm still on him. Grabbing it with my legs.
All right, so yeah, how do we wrap this up? I think, again, I always point back to how does this apply to us in today's world and context, right? And so I don't know about you, but like I look at stuff that's happening online, something, you know, there's a lot of protests going on, a lot of vandalism, a lot of people fighting, everyone trying to, you know, prove their point and to kind of claim their land, right? And it just like, I don't know, it saddens me, to be honest, right? When I look at the world and see people acting this way. And so I just think it's a good reminder for us to look back to the words of Jesus, right? The meek will inherit the earth. It's pretty clear that that meekness, the way of the meek, is the way of God, right? This was the way Jesus wanted us to handle ourselves, conduct ourselves in the world around us, and that through gentle erosion of the culture, we will accomplish God's purposes here on earth.
I'm Aaron.
I'm James.
See you next time.
All right.